All right, shalom, shalom. Before I do anything, I basically want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostle, elders of Great Millstone, who really teach well. And peace and salutations to you, Akim on the four winds, pushing truth to sincerity and diligence. All right. It's a brother Anasi, from the Gym Lake Charles Camp, back again on another video, through the Spring Pipe, Yabashim Yashai, always, hoping and praying that this lesson be edifying to hopefully elect. I got a title wrote down, and what I have here, I'm just go through the spirit. I really don't have any scriptures lined up, or any scriptures, wrote down or nothing like that, as well, but spirit take me, so Lord want to be edifying, but the title is, I'm gonna shorten it up, on the title of the video, but I basically just want to talk about do what we have to do now. We must do what we have to do now, right? So that we can be confident in the return of the Lord, So being that I use that word confident, I'm gonna go into that word. Let me see, real quick. Let me get this word real quick. Confident definition. All right, so it's the word confident. I should get on the etymology online, or I'm gonna just read it out. It is on Google. It says feeling or showing confidence in oneself, self-assured or confident. But when you go into the word, con means with, for det means faith, so it goes into doing all things in faith, and that's what we must do now, because the scriptures tell you that it tells you that what it is basically impossible to please the Lord without faith, so we have to allow our faith. We must have faith, for one, and by utilizing that faith is by doing the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, right, and actually understanding what the will of the Lord is, so that we can stand confident in that time, because we're doing the proper things and making the proper adjustments now in this time, right now, like today, like next week, we don't know what tomorrow holds, but continuing to press toward that mark and strive to be great every day, but we must do what we have to do now through the spirit, right, of Yahweh Shem Shai, right, for what we know to do, right, so that we can be confident in his return, right. You don't want to be one of the guys, speaking to myself first, right, we don't want to be in our minds doubting, right, or feeling ashamed, and not believing that the Lord's going to deliver you, man, because what the scriptures say that the Lord said, they are not ashamed for those who wait for me, right. I'm gonna get that too, but let me get a better definition. I'm gonna go to etymology. It says from Latin, confident, having full trust, from the verb, but the point is just says full trust, right? Trust, confident goes into trust, right? And we must, do what we have to do now, so we can have that trust, not within ourselves, because we can't deliver ourselves, but trust in what we've done through the Spring Private Yabashim Yashai, that the Lord was well pleased and that he's going to deliver us, because we're trusting in him, right? We're trusting in his words. The Lord said that we abide in him. What that is, John 15, I believe. Let me see. This is John. This is what we're trusting in. We're trusting in the words that Yabashim Yashai had told us, right? This is John 15 and I'm gonna get straight to the point. 7. I'm gonna get straight to the point. 7. You really can start at 1, but I'm gonna start at 7. It says, if ye abide in me, right, to remain, right, to abound, right. It says, if ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, right. So the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, which he had given us, right, if it abide in us, right, that means we're utilizing it, action with action, because the scriptures say, let us not love in word, but in deed and in truth, so your actions is going to show if the word of Yahweh Shem Shai is abiding within you, because you're going to utilize it in your everyday life, every step that you make, right, because the scriptures say that wisdom shall meet us at every thought, just paraphrasing those couple scriptures, through Spring Private Yahweh Shem Shai, but, It says what if ye abide in me and my words abide in you, right? Because we know what to do. We know what the Lord what's word I want to use, what he commands out of us, what he demands out of us, right? That's what the scriptures talks about, what the whole duty of man is to go about to pleasing of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, right? But it says if you abide, it says my words abide in you, so you know what to do. The words in the scriptures tells us what the Lord demands, what the Lord requires, the requirements of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? So it says what, you know, and what we ought to do to be delivered, and what we ought to do to be saved, right? So it says, ye shall ask, Salaki, it says abide in you. So if my word abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. You see? So it says what you will ask, you know, trust within our trust and our confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? We're going to receive the things which we seek it for, right? If we abide in him, right? If we do the things that are necessary and make the proper movements and the proper judgments according to the scriptures and wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you know, today and this time, man, not being distracted, not easily having our minds wandered about, you know, not being easily moved, right, because of affliction and tribulation, because the scriptures tell you in 1 Thessalonians 3, it tells you that what ye yourselves know that ye appointed thereunto, so you shouldn't be moved. Just rough paraphrasing, you know, probably butcher it, you know, but you know, but it says except if we abide in him, you know, so we can't, like the scriptures say, cast off, let me get it. I know it say don't cast off your confidence. I believe it's Hebrews. Let me get it. Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10 and 35. It says, cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense of reward. I'm gonna get in the blue letter real quick so I can get this word confidence, right? Hebrews, Shalaki, press the wrong book. All right, Hebrews 10 and 35, right? So it says, cast not away therefore your confidence, right? Like we say, what trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but first your faith, right? Because we do all things in faith, right? What the scriptures say, what I will shew you my faith by my works, you see? So what the works and the things that we do in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right, is of faith. You know, we and all things are of faith, but the scriptures say, cast therefore not away your confidence, man. You see? So don't stop doing the things that the Lord have told us to do in confidence and trust and faith, because it's a great recompense of reward, because the scriptures tell you he is faithful who had promised, right? So it says cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. You see? So we are in need of patience, patiently waiting and trusting the process, trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? And not failing in patience, not getting weary, you know, knowing that the Lord is going to come and receive us and give us the things which we seek it for. As a precept I was thinking about, it say that matter of fact, the one that just popped in my mind, it says that what we seek, it says here we have no continuous city, but we seek it for one to come, right? That's the reward that we're seeking for, and that the Lord has promised that we're going to obtain. According to prophecy, we're going to receive it. Say that, well, we have a sure word of prophecy, right? But it was another one that say that I'm gonna think about it. It's gonna come back to me. But I was getting this word confidence, you know, I don't want to get too carried away. Let's get this word. Cast away therefore your confidence. It says without consuming, without the use of figures and comparison, free and fearless confidence. You see? So what? The truth set us free. We're free, you know, through spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But we're also what? We're fearless because we're trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's what the scriptures tell you, that what like the title, it said if we do what we have to do now, we'll be confident when he return, right? The scriptures tell you, then shall that righteous man stand in great boldness in the face of such as had afflicted him, and counted no I can't remember the word that he used. It said gave no account of his labors, You see, so the world doesn't give account for our labors and the things that we do in the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai in the name of the Lord, right? But the Lord does, right? Because the scriptures tell you that what your working labor is not your working labor of love basically is not unnoticed, you know. Salaki, you know, I butchered it, but what I was basically saying is, you know, it says you're free and fearless confidence, right? We have to have that trust and that faith, you know, non-wavering, and knowing that the Lord is going to come, right? And if we're doing what we have to do now, we're going to receive salvation, man, right? If we abide in him, it says cheerful, courage, boldness, that's a spirit, and it says assurance, man. So we have the assurance and the things that we need. We have the boldness in Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It says self-confidence, word of honor, right? So it's honor within the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man, right? And the words which we're speaking. It says courage, right? We all know what the word courage means, bravery, right? Going into that, it says cast not off your confidence, right? That bravery which we have, it takes a real man to serve Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? It takes a real man, right? See, real men in this society aren't real men. You know, the world teaches you real men is a simp. You know, these niggas not real men, right? Real men are suffering for righteousness, right? And the scriptures talk about laying your bodies down as a living sacrifice, right? And that's what, you know, we were called to do, man. You see, it's another precept I was thinking about. Lord, when they come back to me, but it was one I was supposed to get. Come on, Shalakia. Fuck it. I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get this. 1 John 2. No, I said 1 John. That's 2 John. 1 John 2 or 28. All right, this is 1 John 2 and 28. Man, I can't believe I can't remember that precept that I was wanting to get. You know, Lord wouldn't come back to me. Salakia. It says, now little children, right? It says abide in him. See, here goes that word abide again, right? I should get that. Let me get that. Let me get this abide in a blue letter. 1 John 2 and 28. It says abide, to remain, abide, right? To sojourn, right? To tarry, right? Because the scripture say what? Though it tarry, wait for it, right? So with patience are we waiting, and with fear are we waiting, with trust, right? And Yahweh Shem Yahshai are we waiting? You know, people say all kind of shit, man, you know, but we're trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? You know, your mind tries to tell you all kind of shit, but you can't give over to your lust. You can't give over to this flesh, man. This flesh will beat on you, you know, because it's of this world, right? And everything of this world is darkness and wickedness, and we can't let that overshadow and overtake us, you know. So that's why we must abide in the words, and the wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It's easy to get sidetracked. It's easy to get distracted, you know. And that's another video, you know, through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It's easy to get distracted, man, you know. But we have to keep our eyes single and have our eyes on the prize, right? And abiding in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? It says to remain, to abide, right? To basically what? To abide and to remain under the shadows of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, under the covering of the Lord, under his pavilion, right? The scripture say that a prudent man foreseeth the evil, and he hideth himself. Where do he hide himself, right? He hide himself in the security of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? The scripture say that the name of the Lord is a high tower, right? But only the righteous run into it and are saved, right? So we want to be considered the righteous of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? So that we can remain safe in the times to come. But we have to first do what is required, right? It says, and that reminds me of scripture in the book of John 9, where it says, I must work the works of him while it is day, because the night cometh when no man can work. So we must do the things that we need to do now, so that we can receive salvation when the Lord's return. And that's what the scripture's finna talk about. It says, not to depart, right? So not to depart from the living power, man, right? Because the scriptures tell you in the book of Hebrews, I don't want to leave this, so I'm gonna get it in my Bible real quick. All right, this is, let me get this real quick in my Bible. This is Hebrews 12 and verse This is Hebrews 12 and verse 2. It says, no, not 12. Not 12, but that is a good one. I'm reading anyway. It says, looking unto Yahushua HaMashiach, the author and finisher of our faith, right? That he's the reason why we actually have the ability to have this confidence, right? It says, in his word and his truth, right? Everything that comes with it. It says, the full benefits, you know. So it says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, right? So it says, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of throne the Most High, man. So, you know, I read that on the simple lines because, you know, we must follow the steps and follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Understanding, knowing that when Yahushai was on the scene, he knew that he was on a mission, right? And on that mission, he had his eye seen when he had his mind set on what had needed to be done. And that's why the Lord said, pray that we enter not into temptation, right? Because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So we must do the things that we ought. Now, I keep saying it, you know, to strengthen the spiritual, strengthen our spirits, right? And that's why the scripture say in Galatians to walk in the spirit so that ye fulfill not the lust of the flesh. You see? To abide in the Lord. But it's another precept I'm looking for. Salakia. Bear with me. Hebrews. Right here. This is Hebrews 2. All right, because it goes into not to depart, to remain, right? It says in the reference to time, to continue to be, not to perish, to last, to endure, right? Because the scripture say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, right? You see, so it says, therefore we ought to give the most earnest heed. So they mean what? We must be diligent, right? And the scriptures tell you that least a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown, man. Right? And that reminds me of the scripture also where it says what the desires of the slothful killeth him. You see, so we can't be slothful, we can't go idle. You know, that's another, you know, I don't want to go too far off on the topic, but you know, things of that nature can kill you. And the scriptures also tell you in the book of Proverbs that through desire a man separated himself. So that's both ways. Your desire could either be a righteous desire to where you're wanting to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but you can also have a wicked desire that is of the flesh, that is seeking to cause you to not abide, right? To not remain, right? And that's why the scriptures talk about those that which remain, right, are going to be rewarded, right? So we want to be in the lines of remaining, you know, Lord willing that, you know, it be of our lots to remain, you know. But in order to remain, we must hold that fast to which we have. And that's this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and the confidence which the Lord has imparted into us, right? So it says, through his word, right? So it says, we should hold the most earnest heed to the things which we have heard, right? Because faith cometh by hearing, right? And understanding, right? So it says, for which we have heard, least at any time we should let them slip. So you don't want to let this thing slip away from you, right? And you don't want it to be taken away from you either, right? But because of pride, you know, or because of you not utilizing what was given, right? Because the scriptures talk about those that would, the one that hid his talents, right? And the Lord said, take from him, right? He took his talents from him, right? You don't ever want to be in the mind frame that the Lord is needing you, or just being too comfortable. Being complacent and getting comfortable can have you not, you know, have your eyesight forgetting what is at stake, right? So it says, least we should let them slip. So we must be diligent, lest these things slip and be taken away from us, man. Right? Because the Lord said he can have the stones to prophesy and raise up the children of Abraham, man. So it just shows all in all that you're not needed. So we must walk worthy of the vocation where we were called, in confidence and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? So it says, for if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience receive a just recompense of reward, how shall we escape, right? So how shall we escape if we neglect so great of salvation? You know, so we can't neglect the gift and the things that the Lord had given us. And faith is a gift, right? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding is a gift that was placed into our hands from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the scriptures talk about how the Lord entrusted us with the gospel, right? So we must utilize it and do what is right with it, right? We must do what we have to do now. And I'm gonna read this. This is 1 John 2:28, so that what we can abide and stand in great confidence when the Lord is coming, right? Because the scriptures say, woe is you're paraphrasing, I don't want to butcher it, but it says, blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him, man, right? But your conscience is gonna fuck you up. Your mind is gonna eat you up if you're not, you know, when shit hit the fans, or Jacob's trouble, you haven't eaten for a couple of days, but you gonna get to thinking, oh damn, I should have did this, I should have did that, the Lord had forsaken me, the Lord not with me. You know, you don't want to be in that mind frame. You know, so what we must do, what we have to do now, man, so we can have that confidence and trust in the Lord, man. You don't want to be doubting the Lord, right? Because scriptures say in the book of Mark, it says that he that asketh anything of me, let him first believe that he shall receive, right? So it starts now, man. We have to believe in what we're reading. We have to believe in the miracles. We have to believe and trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, solely trusting in him, man, right? So it says, I'm gonna top it off and end it off with this one. You know, it says, and now little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, you see, so abide in him, so remain in Yahweh Shem Yahushua in faith. It says, so when that he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. You see, so you don't want to be ashamed of him at his coming and doubting, right? You want to have that confidence in knowing that you did all that you could do. You know, you gave all that you had, and that's what we must do, man. We must give all that we have, man. Being that we on this last stretch in the race, man, right? Oh, the scripture came back to me and it left me. Salakia. Dang, it's kind of blowing me that I can't even remember it. It's let me read this again. It might come back to me. It says, and now little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed. Oh, got it. Khan. That's that let me get it. That's not it. It's a lot here. I mean, I'm gonna read this. This is Psalms 25 and verse 3, right? So it says, no, not 3. Yeah, that's 3. It's 3. I'm gonna read 3. I'm gonna read 2. It says, oh my power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not mine enemies triumph over me. And the scripture say what? How long? No, Allah, Salakia. It says that what the triumphing of the wicked is short, right? So it says, yet let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. You see, so you know, those that are going to be ashamed is the ones that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing now. The ones that are wicked, the ones that are going off now, right? But you know, those men that are waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushua in patience and faith and confidence, they won't be ashamed, man, right? Because what? The Lord is going to come through, right? And give the things which he had promised, man. You know, so we must, you know, all in all, you know, just stay on our post, you know, measure all the time diligent within itself. And it says, when you see the signs come to pass, then when you know that it's the time that the highest shall visit the world which he made. You know, so we must, you know, just prepare, man, make practical decisions, you know, within this truth in everyday life. You know, so with that, you know, that's really all I have to respect by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, Lord, when that was at a fine, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, about Shem Yahushua, about Shem Kakadash, Latham Mashanaka Balas Kom Shasharala, and Wa Shalom, Walabaki Shasharala. Until next time, Shalom.